Is Elden Ring the best video game of all time? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that argue that it's definitely a yes. I think without a doubt, though, we can conclusively say that it's got some of the best music of all time, guys. Because of that, we're going to be checking out another song from their original soundtrack here entitled Divine Beast Dancing Lion. I'm super stoked for this. I cannot wait to hear what is on this track. And for someone that's never played the game before, I can't wait to kind of let my imagination run wild and see what I think is happening during this scene. Should be really cool. With that being said, everybody, let's get into it. Nice little pyramid effect there too. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff so far in this Impact, guys. So it feels this a 6/8. One might argue it's 12. I'm feeling 6. It feels like it's in 2 to me. To be clear, macro beats of 2, which makes sense. A lot of these epic, think the Gladiator, a lot of that kind of epic stuff, it falls into 12/8, 6/8 kind of time meters here. What I love though, so other than the line that we got, that bass line, bum ba ba da ba dum ba ba da ba dum, I love that line in particular. But what I love is that we've got this kind of drone effect going on. I'm assuming there's a lion. I don't know. Based on the title, I'm assuming there's a lion involved in this somehow. But I almost get like this this musical imagery of a roar. Like, so we just have this droned tone that's happening, and it probably has some processed effects to it, but it almost reminds me of like a lion just constantly roaring through the song. It's kind of a neat effect. And then also the pyramid, I call them pyramid effects, where you get bum 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 from different voices. We do that. It happens a lot of times in music, especially with marching band music in particular. A lot of bell tone pyramid effect kind of things like that. I love hearing that at the end here. We're gonna pick up again from where we stopped off, guys, and keep going. A lot of cool stuff to unpack here. I love the slashing, like, lines. A little bit of a tone change here. This feels like kind of this is probably the main, or one of the main parts of the battle, I'm guessing. I loved that ascension feel that we had there. So it felt like a little loop of this was built more for like while you're actually doing the battle, because I could hear how it would be easily loopable. And then when we get to that ascension line that I referred to, that feels like if you will, like, I mean, I've played video games. I haven't played this video game specifically, but I'm assuming that's kind of a mid-cut scene, where it sounds like maybe you've I don't know, defeated the shield or something, broke off a piece of their shielding or whatever. Like, but that ascension line that we get there, it feels just like that. Like we go out of the cut, into a brief cutscene, mid-battle cutscene, and we've kind of gotten through the halfway point. We're like, oh, we did it. Oh wait, no, it gets a lot worse. Hold on. let's rewind just a hair, guys, so I can hear that kind of ascending line there. I love that. That's so cool. The texture in this is insanely thick, by the way. Building to something. That bass line's back in again. Love that. Okay, so I love. Man, there's so much to unpack in this. I love. Again, I'm assuming there's a lion in this, but I love the some. It's mostly in the strings. We hear it with the violins. We hear a little bit in the woodwinds too. The woodwinds are covering it. Some of these crazy like septuple runs, that kind of stuff that's going on here. It feels melodically. Like I'm envisioning like the slash of a lion's paw, if that makes sense. Like it's really cool. And again, I've never seen this. I've never played this. I don't know what's actually happening, but I'm assuming there is a line involved. And it's cool that he's able to, the composers of this are able to write music that makes me literally see probably what's happening in the battle. I'm assuming that this is a big epic moment. There's a lot of probably clashing or slashing. There's the word I'm looking for, happening at this time, and those melodic slashes, they just fit so well in with that. The other thing too, I love, it's not a true hemiola effect. It's all in a triple feel. Okay, we're 6/8, triple 8 feel, triple 8, yeah, triple. It's a triple feel, but they're doing some things with the rhythm. They're mixing up that pattern a little bit. It's not a consistent hemiola where we've got a duple feel over a triple feel. By the way, that's what a hemiola, guys, if you don't know. It's a duple feel 1 and 2 and over a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 feel. But there are moments where they mix up the accent pattern, which is why 6/8 and 12/8 works so well with this. You can change your accent patterns, and it makes it feel like there's a hemiola effect, or it makes it feel like maybe you're in 3/4 instead of 6/8, even though you're not actually changing the meter. There's a lot of that happening here. So if there's a lot of parts where you feel like, wow, this feels so, chaotic and out of control, and what's happening, that's one of the reasons why. They're changing the accent pattern through a lot of these melodies and a lot of these rhythmic features, and it makes you feel a little unstable and a little uneasy, all while still maintaining that kind of that driving war-like, triple feel from our drums. Really, it's just really cool. It's one of the reasons that so many composers and arrangers write in 6/8, 12/8 kind of meters, because it lends itself so well for that kind of stuff. The other thing that I think is, I imagine playing this in an orchestra. So I am a trombone player by trade, but I've worked with orchestras extensively. I've worked a lot with string players, and this is one of those songs that I can just envision. Like I see the violin section just going to town, and actually, really, it's the cellos, more the cellos. The cellos have that sawing dum ba dum dum line going on over and over again. They're just sawing away on their bows so hard. I can imagine like it's one of those things where you get done with recording the piece and you see the cello bow it's just all straight. It's all over the place because the bow hair is just busted up from them sawing away so hard at it. Like it's that epic kind of feel, and I can just see that happening. Anyway, just mental visionary for me playing with the group. Anyway, let's go ahead and rewind a little bit here, guys. Keep going. I want to hear those vocals come back in again, because the vocals, again, a whole new layer of texture here with this. That's amazing. That's an interesting ending because it feels like the climactic. It's funny again. I get this visual imagery hearing it. It feels like the climactic moment happens during the. I'm going to call it the swirling effect, for lack of better terminology. Like you can hear kind of this swirl of music. Like I envision again. It's called Dancing Lion. I almost envision. I don't know, like him spinning like in a dancing like motion almost at the end of this, based on what I'm hearing in the music. It's really cool. And then it just kind of cuts out. So it almost feels like it's like a defeat by like exhaustion. I don't know. It's really kind of a cool effect. We're gonna rewind ahead just a hair so I can hear that swirling. What I envision is almost like a dancing like a effect going on there. It's really neat. A little further, sorry guys. Like just before, so we have that pyramid effect, which I'm assuming the pyramid effect is when he's being defeated. Again, the chord boom, boom, boom kind of thing going on there. But before that, we have this big epic swirl thing. I'm going to rewind a little further back, guys. Sorry, I was a little too far ahead. It's funny. So, speaking from a meter standpoint, I think the reason I'm seeing more of a dancing motif here than I am an epic warlike thing is because from a rhythmic standpoint, again, at the beginning, it's pretty clearly a 6/8 pattern. Like you feel a strong 1 and then a weak 2 after that in the macro beat. But when we get to this point, and I don't know that they changed meter. I'm not saying that they changed meter necessarily, but the feel of it, the accent pattern of it, switches to more of a 3. Like it's almost like a waltz. Like we get to a waltz feel here at the end, which is why I kind of envision this, spinning 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Like it's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Like we lose that 6/8 pattern, and it feels more like an actual spinning out of control waltz. They mix up the pattern there a little bit. Especially here. And then we kind of get back more into that 6/8 feel. Really cool. And I love that. I love that ending. Like this would be so cool to play. I would absolutely love to sit down in an orchestra and play this with a group and a choir, obviously as well. It'd just be so cool to play this piece. Really, really neat. Obviously, as a trombone player, there's a ton of great low brass stuff in this too. It would be amazing. Oh, can't get enough of it. Let me know in the comments, guys. How am I way off base on kind of the visual imagery that I'm imagining based on the soundtrack here? I don't know. It sounds very cool. It sounds like an incredibly epic scene and or battle, and it's just neat how it's not fully your traditional, war battle like music where it feels like at the end there, like we talked about, like it's in a waltz. It's like you're almost dancing at the end there. It's really cool. It's a very neat effect to have that feel over top of this warlike drum-like kind of pattern that we've got going on there. So really, really neat. Like I said, let me know in the comments, guys, how close I am, how far off I am. Let me know your thoughts on it too. Is this a scene that you absolutely love? And also, are there other video game soundtracks we should check out in the future, guys? I know that when we did the previous reaction to a Elden Ring video, you guys loved it, and you definitely said you want some more. So I'm looking for some other ideas, guys, in terms of what some great original soundtrack from video games would be for us to check out. So that we can keep adding some more of those to the list and keep checking them out. Love to hear your comments and your feedback on that, everybody. Last but not least, guys, just a massive shout out to our patrons, everybody. We would not be able to do this without them. They are through the thick and thin with us all the time, giving us support, giving us, suggestions on what to do and things like that. So just a big shout out to all of our patrons, whether it be Patreon, Twitch, or on YouTube. Just appreciate you guys so much. Just wanted to say thank you. With that being said, everybody, see you next time.
my baby.